file.
I remember when I was like, before I was on YouTube, I used to watch both of you guys. You know, I was a fan of both of you guys. And I remember both of you guys were on like audition is going to Ellen. You guys were on the dance there.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I remember that. And then there was like a competition. They had this whole poll on the website, and then you had to vote for, and the winner goes to the Ellen
that
show.
got crazy.
Yeah, it got really competitive. I remember, and then there was like a little like
there was a huge beef.
There was a beef between both of y'all, man.
But then we met up at the at Universal.
Yeah.
And we met up at the hotel, and we were cool and everything, and it was cool then. And it wasn't until we departed where it went all shitty again. For whatever reason.
It was like, I feel like it was maybe an ego thing of both of us.
Yeah, young kids going through it.
And it was plus, I think your fans and my fans, they were just going at it.
Yeah.
You remember it was Tubians. The Tubians and the Dooming were just, they were just going at it.
I remember every detail. Of stories, so I can tell you that whole story.
Yo, say it, bro.
No, we ain't gonna get into that. Nah.
I'm in the dark, though. That's why I never heard.
I remember. I remember names of your fans.
It's dead. That was years ago. We were kids.
It's interesting. People like.
Nah. We focus on the now.
Y'all friends now.
No, we talking about the now. We here to talk about the now.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's like, it's much more different. Like, it's all of us are together. We stopped making, and a lot of people. I don't like how a lot of people. I know the people that are listening. Like, I hate when people say, "Oh, y'all stopped making Arabic, Islamic videos. Y'all stopped making this videos." It's like we've done it all. You know, what other idea do we have?
Well, I stopped doing that years ago. I got to the point where I had just finished Middle Eastern Family episode. I believe it was, how many did I do? I think it was 4. And the 5th one was supposed to do the reveal of Fatma. And I had gotten to a point where I was like, this is the highest I can ever get to. Doing this stuff, and everybody's doing it now. So the best way to do it and sustain that legacy is just to back off, stop, and let it live forever. So that's why I stopped, and that's why people still ask about it for this day. I didn't run it into the water. But then you have somebody like Lily Singh, who came into the scene, did it with her parent, like, you know, dressing up as her parents and stuff, and did everything that I could have done had I not stopped. Taking it on tour,
another level,
making it a part of her shows,
Why didn't you do
making it a
that?
part of her niche. I just got tired of it. I was done. Like, I got to the point where I wanted to stop. I didn't know where else I could take it, so I wanted to stop.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that you did, like, that you stopped and people are still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? People still, you can still go back to those videos and watch it and laugh your ass off.
Yeah. That's why, like, to be honest, I haven't really created or done much in years, but my name is always still brought up from people because of the memories that it brought them, and they'll never forget that. Like, you know, like Fousey tube, like, damn, I grew up watching you. Like, you made my family laugh.
Every Middle Eastern kid, like, pretty much grew up like watching. Like, you know, like that's when like YouTube started popping off. You know, like in general. Did you ever get like hate or like judgmental people, like, you know, giving you comments at the time when you were doing like the Middle Eastern stuff?
At the time, no, because the perception that I gave of people of myself was exactly aligned with the content I was creating. So it wasn't like today where they see me smoking weed, or they see me out with girls, and then if I were to make a Middle Eastern video where they would be like, "What the hell? How are you living these two different lives?" In the past, when I was making the Middle Eastern skits, I was perceiving myself to be this young Muslim Palestinian who valued his belief system, his family, and everything. So they accepted it. They enjoyed it. They looked up to me for it. It wasn't until they saw another side of me.
So you were living a double life?
100%. I feel like
I can relate to you. I can relate to you. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't know how many. And I'm not here to get into religion. I don't talk about religion. I don't want to talk about religion. But I will say on that note, you don't know how many Muslim kids today are still living a double life every single day from very, very, very young ages.
I see it everywhere.
The only difference was mine was public. Like, they're still telling their parents, like, yo, I'm going out to, you know, Rami's house because we're going to hang out. But they're really going out, drinking, smoking, hanging out with girls and all that stuff.
Most definitely. But it just sucks that, like, yours is public, and then you get people out of nowhere just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like being judgmental. Oh, you're not being close to Islam. This and that. And it's not even about religion anymore. You know, this is more about, I feel like, what's in your heart as a person. You know, you're
very true. But here's the thing. Like, I understand them. When I look at myself from an outsider perspective and I see the kind of videos I used to put out and the kind of messages I used to put out, and then look at myself now, and I understand their belief systems are still the same and how they are, I understand where they're coming from 100%. And that's why I don't like, I don't even look at the mockery. Like even when we were doing our boxing match and you were like, you're the joke of Muslim Twitter or Arab Twitter.
All that was to get in your head, bro.
No, I know. But here's the thing, though. The reason it didn't reach me is because I never look at that stuff.
Wow.
I don't see it.
That's the shit.
I don't want to see it.
I see that shit on my timeline all the time.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to see it. So if they're talking, that's so good that I don't know.
It's funny because it's you and Adam. It's you two.
I'm the clown right now.
But Adam is still in it.
Yeah.
Adam's still...
I'm the clown right now. Because I took a picture with James Charles.
Yeah, he's getting violated for taking a picture with James Charles.
What do you think about that? I'm getting violated for taking a picture with James Charles.
You know what?
Since he's gay, the Muslim youth, the Dawa people, they're like, why am I posting a picture with someone who's gay? I'm making it seem like it's normal. That's what he's saying. But I took a picture with him as another influencer. You know, it's his choice. There's so many other people.
Like I said, I'm not gonna speak my beliefs and stuff. That to me, that like is outrageous.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's just
crazy.
funny to me because what's funny to me is what I've learned is the same people hating on you for taking pictures with James Charles are the same people who support James Charles. So they'll support, like somebody will support Kevin Hart who does cringy TikToks or cusses or does something, but if I do that same things, then it's a problem. But it's like, yo, you're supporting Kevin Hart. He's doing exactly that. How
That's
come
so
in your mind it's not okay that I do it, but it's okay when he does it? So there's two sides to every story,
That's
but
right,
it's not even worth getting into, really.
Yeah, but it's just annoying because it was all over. I've never gotten almost 10,000 comments in a picture and nonstop tweets of.
Wow.
I seen. But your name was being brought into it. So I was reading it and it was so like, how do you deal with stuff like that? Because
the year I took a year off the internet, I was still getting talked about. I was still on drama alert. I was still people like, you know, so if they're talking about you, let them talk. Your name is still being brought up because if they're not talking about you, then you got an issue.
Yeah.
If they're talking enough, they care. And they're there, so let them talk, let them run it up. You know,
that's crazy.
All that's doing is boosting your engagement.
But
and
they always forget the good moments. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm gonna sound like I'm bragging if I'm like, yeah, well, I did this charity, I did that charity. You did so many charity for Palestine. I did a charity boxing event. I did this and that. There's so much that you can say you've done. You know, but they don't never mention that. They only mention the bad stuff.
That's life. That's how society and that's how the media works these days. Like. Look at any of these celebrities who get caught in a scandal. It's like everything they've done their whole lives, it gets thrown out the window. And I'm not justifying their scandals. I'm just saying all it takes is one thing for people to forget. There was a sheikh very early on in my career who taught me, he was like, yo, this fame is very fickle. Meaning one day they can love you and the next day they could hate you just like that. And I've learned that so much in my career. I've been loved and hated so much throughout my career. It's not even a thing at this point.
That's crazy. Yeah, I see you as like different from like 2012, 2013. You're more like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know
100%. And I want to learn how to portray that onto YouTube and how to portray that on my social medias. But that's the trouble that I have. I don't know how to live on this life of social media. Yeah, that's why I'm spend most of my time off of it.
Do you think I had a being on social media for this long? You know, worrying about like numbers, whatever, all this stuff is like had a toll on
It's very traumatic.
Health,
it's very traumatic. 100%. It's very traumatic. I think had I not done social media, I would be a completely different person right now. I feel like I would be more of a 30-year-old than I am. I don't see myself as a mature 30-year-old. And I think that's due to the inability for my inside soul to grow because of the trauma that it endured throughout the years after reading so many things that people are saying about me and how they feel about me and who I am. Like just the other day, I went on I don't Twitch anymore because people re-upload my broadcast to YouTube. And I clicked one of those rebroadcasts and I read all the comments, hundreds of comments. And I clicked on another video and read another one. Every single one was the most vile, negative, hurtful, hateful, like criticism that I could ever experience in life. And it took a toll on me. I was like, damn.
Some people forget, they forget like.
It's not even about forgetting. It's just, damn, here I am thinking I'm just living my life, talking to this camera, hanging out with these people, but I'm getting scrutinized and ridiculed and ripped apart for being who I am. So it's like, am I a shitty person? I had to ask myself that. I was like, I had to ask myself, am I a shitty person? Am I what these people are saying? Like, am I truly what they're telling me that I am? So.
Even with all the comments that I've seen about you, so many shitty comments about you. In my head, I'm like, they don't know you. They don't know you. I mean, I can say me and Slim, we know you maybe not on another level of knowing you, but we know you and you're.
No, I show you guys my true self.
Yeah, but definitely you're.
That's why I enjoy your guys' company.
Yo, you have a good heart. You're a normal.
Yeah.
Like,
there's not anybody who's met me in my real life who hasn't said like, who hasn't just been like, you know what? You're a good person. Hold on to that, because they see that I'm not what they might see in other people in LA. There's no vendetta. There's no hidden agenda. There's no intention behind what I do or what I say. I'm kind of just like very truthful and honest to who I am. And that's what gets me in trouble a lot.
No, but I honestly, I respect the realness though, you know, like I'd rather someone be real and upfront and like lie about like who they are as a person, you know.